All right, so the question is, why is our object here not moving? Hmm. We're sampling this here. What's our group? Our group is at 0. We don't have anything that's actually transferring it now. Just have to get myself back up to speed on the stuff I was just doing. Let's see. We want to transfer data, but just a little data. Specifically just the mask. Hmm. So, which I do have. Interesting. There we go. We want to see that. Search this a bit better. M doesn't really let me actually search. It's annoying. So it means I have to manually hunt this group down. Offset proxy is what I want. I don't see it. It's a little weird because I have it right here. So why? Oh, wait. Okay, gotcha. The issue is I'm sampling the wrong thing. I actually want to just be sampling the frill for that group. Which layers to transfer? How to match source and destination. That looks like it should work. We have the group. But if I go into here, oh wait, I visualize on. Um, hmm. fact, I should be able to go to weight paint and see the influence, and we can see that we have that one tiny weight there. Maybe it's what we're sampling. So for this data transfer modifier, we're doing replace, and we're sampling nearest face. Should work. Let's try just doing that from scratch. We'll add a geometry node and select our proxy. Okay, it's a little different because this is gray now. And then this is our selection, the mask. It's the offset. And we're using this proxy. And we're visualizing it. 0.2. Same results. Okay, so it's not the modifier. It's not how we put the modifier on there. It has to be how we're transferring the data. Offset. That's interesting because it should work. What's the name we're using? Body frill scale. Okay. Well, if that's not working, that's okay. We'll just do it manually. Now we'll go here. We'll visualize that offset there. Oh, you know what? It's probably the fact. Okay, I see what's going on. These ones here. So we do the offset, we save the attribute, but then when we're trying to sample it, we can't because there's nothing there. So in order to do it properly, we have to push this here, and then we can sample. And that should have worked already. Sample the group. Group selection, mask, proxy, normal. All right, I'm gonna have to give up on that. Let's just do it by hand. Do something like this. Go back to this guy. Paint mask. Do a bit of this. Was expecting that to line up a little better. Excuse me. you select that? All right, that should be good. And these are interesting. Interesting. This one is not even attached. Hello, Arctic. Thank you. Might need to inflate these a little bit as well. So we'll copy. Here. We'll make the group. How's your morning going? Get real wispy. I wonder why we weren't able to transfer the weights earlier. It really surprises me. I'm gonna write manage to fix my UVs and masks. Got gym happening in about an hour. Exciting. Very exciting. How have you been liking the gym group? I mean, good, honestly. Definitely would not be comfortable going to an IRL gym, but a VR world full of silly, awkward goobers just like myself. It's good. Definitely is important to find what works. Thank you. All right, let's see if that combines well in the final version. Some of the VR workouts are getting pretty involved as well, and I like the. I was watching one where you have to like do like puzzles and stuff, and they're like workout puzzles. I think that's pretty interesting to me. Or just like squat machines. There's just some clever like little mechanics for the doing workouts that I really enjoyed seeing. It's fun to see game design applied directly to workouts. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of um, fun ways to combine that. Even there might be even like a sweet spot, like a gamified exercise that's just super uh, easy to jump into and do and stuff. All right, the frill's kind of working. I can't say I'm super pleased with this result. That looks kind of crappy. Um, hey, Remit Emmett. Thank you for the follow. Hello. Join your stream. You are a bot. That's one. Hello, bot. Should enjoy banning you. Be gone. Interesting. This one got broken. Mega busted right there. Same with this one. All right, there's something about these three, what they're sampling, that is causing issues. Issues. So, save. Excuse me. Go back to the original. This one's here. And it must be because of this data transfer here. Actually, it's just sampling the normals. The scale's fine. Most... Ooh! Well, it's got to be something to do with the fact that these are rotated oddly. But I may not even have to worry about it. What order are they combined in? Interesting. Because they get the modifiers collapse, then they get added to the next object. No, it can't work that way. Otherwise, things would be breaking really oddly. These are breaking really oddly, but it has to do with the fact that they're different objects. This is pretty solvable. I'll just do. Yeah. That should have solved it. Sorry, I walked away to sort a snack. But yeah, exercise games are good, but the only one that's having a sticking power with me is Beat Saber. I have Ring Fit, but didn't really get into it. So would you say that the VR workouts is more like the social aspect that's kind of keeping you coming back? Pixie, hey, you see that? Cat just crawled under my TV in a very funny way with her butt sticking out. Now this work ish. I am really not a big fan of the way the weights are being distributed on these objects. She can get out on the side. He's just being a goofball. He's being a little goofball over there. She's gonna get really tired in about 2 hours. Yeah. I was hoping to be able to derive all the weights from this object, but I can't. Because of these ones. Transfer all the weights. Spine low. This one's fine. Probably. Probably not, actually. Okay, so it should be like this. But the issue is that's going to get rid of our ability to do that. Oh. Actually, not too bad. You know what? Yeah, we will make a little proxy, another proxy object. So right here we have the proxy for the normals. we'll duplicate it, and this will be the vertex weight mask vertex weights proxy. A beautiful, powerful name. And then we'll go here, and we're going to collapse these. Then we're going to extrude them. We're going to see how it encompasses the weights here. And we can actually line it up even better. Sometimes I think doing this kind of stuff might be too elaborate, but then I remember the moment I ever need to redo it a second time, it's worth it, because do it right instead of doing it thrice. It's probably a cooler way to say that. Okay. So, on this object, we really only need one group. This group. And to start, we'll just assign it there, which gives us, because we're subdividing, gives us a really nice gradient along the mesh. I should probably push this in that so that the bottom of it doesn't remove. Okay, so now we've got this weight proxy, and we'll just sample it. So we're already doing all this data transfer. What's one more? So I'll duplicate this one, call this spine normal offset. And we're sampling this. We're only sampling yeah, actually I should kind of bring it down. Sorry. That should be looking a little bit better. Doesn't look any different at all. Hello, Frofador. Glad to see you're back. Thank you. Good to see you as well. How you doing? Excuse me. How was the break? It was pretty good. It was nice to do some other stuff for a while, but I'm pretty happy to be back. and doing commissions again. What's this dragon guy? We've actually been working on him for a while. We're just kind of still pecking away at some final details. It's pretty cool. We've got tons of like options. You can change the body shape, eye color, skin color, a bunch of things like that. It's gonna look pretty dope. Excuse me. Interesting. Oh, it must be getting masked. That's what's going on. Ah, okay. That makes way more sense. Hang on one second. Perfect. All right, much better. One second. I'll be right back. Are you setting up like a fin size customization? Exactly, exactly. We're doing it with geometry nodes, some parts of it. I like making a big old set of features that I can edit later. Makes it a lot simpler. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, so it's going to be able to expand the fin like that. Might change exactly how it's going, because that's a little goofy. But what's nice is we can share this little shape key we're making along all of them. So I go here, I got my normal offset, which actually I will rename. It's kind of a confused naming conventions here. Copy and paste. And then we're also going to do that same data transfer. So copy to selected here, move it just above, visualize this. Yes, it's pretty cool, but obviously a little too strong. But now it's accurate. Now they're actually in the same spots, same offsets, which is good. So we'll need another mask for our data transfer. We'll just go here on the body. We'll select the tips of all these. Grow those tips. Create a mask. Spines. Sign. Smooth the weights there. And then use that on the data transfer. Easy. Okay. And the cool thing about doing all this with geometry nodes is, well, not everything's with geometry nodes, but some of it, is I have the little proxy shape that I'm using to create the distortion. So you can kind of adjust it where we want. Smooth that a few more times. Smoothing it gets rid of a lot of some of the awkward distortions. Cool. That's certainly nice. That's fun. I don't think people will want to push it that far, but I suppose you never know. And then the real fun part is that because we already have that all set up, we can actually duplicate it. And we'll disable the first one, enable the second one, and we'll say rename this top one to max, and this one to min. Then we'll go the other way. So we can actually shrink it too. That might be a little too strong. It'd have to be like 0.01. It's getting a little extra, so we're gonna undo that. Just keep it the way it was. Could do it, but I think we got others. We got other fish to fry. I see a cat in the background. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing over there, huh? Oh, no, no. You're being bad. That's just right there. You know? Easy. Ha! Fooled you. One second, everyone. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so just going to make sure that these ones here are also working properly. And this will be the final little step here. It's taking these ones here. And just need to copy this one here. Yeah. Copy that to selected. Now it should be here. And we just wanted to put it above this one. But we might need to do it before those. Getting the back stretched. Now, that won't make a difference, and that's okay, because we can just adjust our proxy shape for it. Okay, good. So, bam. Select these other two. And copy this one. There. All right. Boom. Looks like we'll have to do that with all of these. So turn on that proxy one more time, right here. Cool. that's ridiculously sized, but pretty fun to do. So I need to make sure that this is off for every one of them, and these are enabled for all of them. So there we go. Let's go over here, do this, rebake our main object, main character object. There. Make sure all the pieces are coming together. All right, so let's see how this worked. Perfect. Wow. It's very satisfying to be able to make these now. Gotta go get ready for my workout. Have a nice rest of your day. Same to you, Arctic. Thanks for coming by. Have a good workout. Okay, so that's one item down on my little checklist. We did the frill shape key. I need to review my to-do list versus Conversation. Okay. So talons on the wings. Up here. Got a few more shape keys. We need the law slash length, horn length, loop, snout length, what else? Excuse me. Goodness. Do. That should all be good. Okay. So those are the final items. All right, we might be able to finish up absolutely everything today. Hello, Mark. Good morning. Welcome. So we'd want some adjustments to the face itself. Probably being able to length go like this way on the jaw would be easiest. Actually, we also do need to update texture and let's start with the horns. I think that'll be a little easier. Get me ready for some of the other tasks. So here, so we're copying this object over and we're storing the length. Hi, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? I'm just a little baby. Little baby. Baby kitty. So all we're doing is copying it and assigning this group. That seems like a big waste of time. So probably be best just to apply this one and oh, so now we have our group and it's separate from everything else and we can start working with it in a easier way. So I think we'll try to keep it a little simpler on this one. We'll make a new collection. We'll call this horn components. And in here, we'll make a plane. Oh, we'll also take this, delete this. We're not crazy. Hmm. I was hoping to just be able to shrink it. And I should be able to, as long as we use a shrink wrap nearest surface point. That's not going to work right. Okay. You know what? For this one, let's just actually just do some normal shape keyword. So we'll say how did I name the other ones? Morph? I think I did morph for all of them. Naming wise. Nope, just random stuff. Okay. So let's say horn min and horn. Start with horn min. Let's take this, do point, we'll make a face on it. Switch this to normal, make a face, SZ 0.6. And we'll just kind of scale it in. We have this nice little stubby horn. And then we can just delete this. Good there. Then we'll go to the other one. And go the other way. Maybe we'll do just like a little bit of curving on it. And we'll scale that down. Good. Okay. It thinks there's a face there, but there's not a face there. Oh, that's just something else. What is this? Did I somehow? Okay, I don't care. Boom, and boom. Okay, good stuff. Oh, well, let's just delete. And for this last one, I will actually do mesh. What is it called? Blend from shape. I want to blend from basis. I don't want to add. I just want to reset it. Just redo that. Vertex blend from shape. Okay. And that means that the bottom of it's not going to move anymore. All right, good stuff. So now save, make sure it merges to the main body properly. Update the body. We're just chilling. Hope everyone's having a good day out there. All right. Oh, interesting. Max horn length already. Why would that be? Hmm. Did I leave it enabled? Body low poly horn. Low poly horn is right there. I wonder why. Or why? Hmm. Oh, what I could do is, all right, here's what we'll do. I think we need to turn that these into attributes instead of shape keys. So that's what we'll do. We'll go to scripting, convert shape keys to attributes. Boom. So now they're no longer in the shape key category. They're down in attributes. I'll have to take a walk. Catch you later. Sounds good, Profedor. Enjoy your day. And we'll talk to you later. Bye. Loading. Oh boy. Something broke. Attribute name must not be empty. Um, hmm. I don't know why be an issue. Hmm. What's the order? Combination. So the horn is added relatively early on. Maybe I should add it at the end. We can apply the mirror, no problem. Our attributes are named properly and they're not empty. Dang, I hate when I encounter problems with my scripts versus just actual engineering issues. Is that what's causing the issue? Okay, yeah, so that went through fine. Why is this breaking it? Okay, that time it worked. What was the issue? Okay. Maybe he was holding on to some like old reference of the object. It must be. Interesting. That could be a potential long-term issue, but for now, don't worry about it. Alright, let's see. Do they work? Min. Boom. Little stabby horns. Here's your little itty bitty horns. Maximum. Sure. Alright. One down. All right. Should probably be integrating these into VRChat as I go. That's okay. Excuse me. The one thing we do need to add is on the wings, we want little taillights. I think what we'll do is just steal these ones. Put them there. So let's figure that out. I can move this down again. That'd be nice. Okay. So it should be in the low poly body. Or no, all on the wings actually. These guys. Looks like they have been baked in, which isn't the end of the world. Let's remove any animation from it. We're going to set the object origin to geometry. Set it to 0. Try to get this sucker lined up. Turn off the mirror. All right, good enough. So we'll call these wing claws tips. 1. Switch this to local. Hello, casual cat. Welcome. I think I like that. Let's use just the actual body claw instead. Art stream, indeed. We're making a VRChat avatar, so we're just putting some final touches on this. Yes, indeed. We got a lot of different features, so we've got things like, well, I guess I have to show in Blender, but this is the avatar as it is in Unity right now. Got full face tracking, or not tracking, expressions. Looks pretty cool. We're going. Haven't played VR chat before. It's pretty fun. Definitely a good fit for you know, people interested in creating things. A lot like Roblox in a way. I can move it to hippy dip right there. Okay, what my avatar would be if I played though. Do you have any sort of like OCs or anything? That's always a good starting point. A lot of people just end up making like their own personal characters in the game. Hate when I get a crash. I think I saved recently. Well, that's good. Hmm. What to do? Need to open Blender. And then we're gonna file open. We're gonna open this one. And we're gonna say do not load the UI. Okay. Good. Let's make a backup. I do have an OC, but it's basically a cartoon version of myself, but I'm not sure if it'll work due to it being a generic idea. No such thing as a bad idea. A lot of VR is just finding a comfortable starting point for how you enjoy interfacing with the world. You know, like you're like and you can do that any number of ways. Some people like they got their OC, they have multiple avatars or just one, or they don't even care about their avatar and it's more about hey, just hanging out, having fun. Say finalizing for that. I see. Okay, so we're still in the very first one. All right, I like that look. Did play D&D recently though. Oh heck yeah. I think I'm a big fan. We may have had this conversation before, but I love the intersection of VR and role playing, like D&D. Super intrigued by it. Um, First time playing. I'm very exciting. What was your character? Excuse me. Take a guess. A what are they called? Tabaxi. Monk to no bar monk tabaxi. My character is tabaxi. His class is fighter. Okay, I was close. I was close. Dang, that's a good guess. I totally just based it off your username, so. Ooh. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is make sure that the bone we're attaching it to is correctly named. All right, let's see if that works. I was having trouble creating characters, so my sister recommended Tabaxi due to me liking cats, so I went with it. Normally I'd go pick up my cat right now and show her off, but she's resting, so I have a little cat running around here too. Cats are the best. Beat the rest. Cellular, modular, modular. I need to smooth the weighting on those wings. All right, cool. So we got the talons in. Now we just want to come up with some ability to control the claw length, and we'll have the toe claws, hand claws, and then the wing talons. It's the only person in my party that wasn't a Dragonborn. 4 people, 3 players, and 1 DM. Nice. All right, I'll be right back. I have to run to the restroom, so BRB. 1 moment, everyone. Also, my character was the smallest. I actually played a Tabaxi monk in one of my recent campaigns that I was a player in, and it was pretty fun. He's a sassy, mean cat. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Does that mute me? Mute me? No, it doesn't. Perfect. So, alrighty. So, the talons here, we would like to create extension. Extended. I actually don't know how that's going to work. No, it does it. Does it on a per object basis, so this should work. Doop, doop. My Tabaxi's a bad person. He's a nice guy. Nice guy. I don't believe you. No, I'm just kidding. Say, claw, wing, or stand. Max. Just. Hi, it's a girl. Here's my cat. She got up when I was moving around. Oh, yeah. I can hold her like this. She looks really cute. Then she gets mad and angry and she's like, mm. Want to play? All right, so we'll take this. We're gonna cursor here, do 0.6 SZ or Y. Something like that. That should be local, so I shouldn't be breaking anything there. And then we'll select these ones, make it a little bit thicker too. And then even kind of curve it a little. Like that. Right, let's see if that survives getting baked. So. Goober. Yeah. Is she a goofy goober? You little goofy goober here. Here. There. Thank you. Well, nice little comfy spot up here. All right. She didn't like that at all. I tried to put her up on top of the couch, but she wasn't having it. Oh, interesting. Just the one. And just the one's going very much the wrong way. That's because I didn't turn it into... Gotcha. I know I'm wrong. Gotta go here. And we need to make sure we turn this into attribute. Want some lore on my Tabaxi? Sure. Let's see if that works. I think it's still going to come out a little goofy. But now it's all three being goofy, which is better. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll go back to the original. We'll get rid of the, or actually we'll just apply our subdivision. So then relink these. Object, link object data. And here, let's make sure to get rid of that shape key or that attribute we made. Here, which I'll copy actually. Copy the name, delete, remake. Do a bit of that. Okay. So now, this time, we won't. A little rough. Not too bad though. Alright, so now we can grow them. Interesting. Why is there a bunch of them here? That must have been when it crashed. Did something weird, because I was working on one of them. Ah, I know. I know what that happened. That was when... Duplicate them. Okay. Character name is Felix, master swordsman and blacksmith, but he wasn't born into Tabaxi as a human. First into the body of Tabaxi. Someone he once trusted. His father died when he was 4. His mother mysteriously disappeared when he was 7, but he was forced to move in with his grandparents. But after Felix was cursed, he was kicked out of their house due to Felix's grandmother being allergic to cats. Begone, child. You make me sneeze. That's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like what's it, Hans Andersen? You know, it's like kind of dark fairy tales. Actually, here's a weird bit of trivia for you. So, apparently, Charles Darwin, the kind of godfather of discovering evolution, or he discovered evolution, uh, and Hans Christian Andersen, the fairy tale writer, were alive at the same time frame. And apparently, it's like on record that Hans Christian Andersen, the writer, stayed at he was a guest at Dickens' house, but he was such a terrible guest that like it nearly drove Darwin insane. Like the guy was like sleeping on his lawn and all this goofy stuff. All right, let's convert attributes. Yeah, some good stuff. It's saved as an attribute. There's no subdivision mod now, so it should just be golden. This issue mainly was our subdivision. Everything else should be fine. Boom, boom, boom. Object, link, object data. There we go. And now back to body. Boom, save, update. Sorry, that's a TV on the side. It's hilarious. The freaking Curb Your Enthusiasm. So these ones are definitely at weirder angles right here. This one looks okay, but it's still kind of going this like odd direction. Okay. Is that what it's doing before? Let's just turn that on. Go back to the wings. And let's do it here. If it's different, don't know why that. Can't do that anymore because I have to go here. No, okay. So something weird's happening. It's getting converted because that looks super bizarre. You know what? We'll just be. I feel like, why wouldn't that work? All the other claws are working. Hmm. Felix curses he's so strong he's immune to polymorphing, though. If that spell is cast on him, even though it won't polymorph Felix, he'll cause a lot of pain, so the spell can still be used against him, just in a different way. Interesting. I've always loved the, I don't know if you're into Brandon Sanderson's books, but he's got some very developed magic systems. Maybe not like super developed, but it's fun because they all have certain characteristics, and the way they interact is super fun. This reminded me of it. Maybe it's one of these other modifiers. Displace? No. That should work. Hmm. How else could I do it? Ah, I see. It's because we're applying the shape keys. and it's not taking into account the relative positioning. I guess I could go back and try to fix my add-on. Definitely seems a little more challenging. Okay, but I would want that feature. So let's go check it out really quick, see how difficult it's going to be. Okay. So in this script, do we apply the location slash transform before converting the shape keys the attributes to shape keys. If so, that order needs to be reversed. Please review the script beforehand to minimize any consequences. Should know that. She's in the summer. Here. What are you doing over here, huh? You get toasty? You get nice and toasty? Just got up to stretch a little bit. Do you need something? Felix's ultimate goal is not to transform back. The reason why it's already gotten used to his curse form, so he doesn't have to go through adjustment period again. If he wanted to. He can't do the book. Cursed him. Being destroyed when the book was the only thing. Undo the curse. Person who suffered. Cursed him brought the book to ashes just to make Felix suffer. So his goal is to kill a person who wronged him. Ruin his life. And betray him. I like that. Like, it's not like it's kind of a cursed fate, but not necessarily like, I like that. It's charming. Viewing the script, I can see the script doesn't actually convert attributes to shape keys. The script's main function is to... Oh, you're totally right. Sorry. Let's... that should have fixed it. So now we can open up Blender. We can go to our script. Delete this. Turn this into a zip. Copy the path here. Back to Blender. Open up our preferences. Add-ons. Find my personal add-on. What was it again? Rapid Collection. Uninstall that. And then paste this here. No, sorry, what am I doing? Install. I need to restart this. New. Reloaded. Add it back in. Okay. So if this is good, it should just work. Update. Select. No shape keys at all. And hopefully that works. Back to here, save, new file, preferences, rapid, uninstall, new. So what do you think about his lore so far? Anything I should change? All sounds quite good to me. Have I don't necessarily see the need to change anything. A rapid collection. Okay. One second, y'all. Everyone, sorry, kind of an odd stream today. A bit of a change in schedule for me, but I'll be back soon. I'm just gonna go get some lunch instead of just pausing it. I'm gonna end it here because I'm gonna drive McDonald's. Anyway, Casual Cat, thank you for hanging out. Anyone else that's lurking right now, thank you all for hanging out. I'll be back soon, and we'll be pretty close to done with this avatar by the end of today. So looking forward to that. All right, catch you guys soon.